Well, happy Cyber Monday, you trader nerd degenerates. How are y'all today? Hope everybody's having a great day. So the other night I couldn't sleep, and I've got another pair of headphones. Oh, y'all remember that other pair that had to be, I don't know what these are. They're called Burr Reeves or whatever. Cheap, like $19. Y'all, I've had them probably for like 3 months. I bet I've charged them twice. I mean, and didn't even need to charge them then. These are great. They're wireless, and that's the ones I take to the gym. So I had them beside the bed the other night, and I could not sleep. So I decided that I was going to let me see if I can find some like podcast or Audible book or something on like sleep meditation, right? Like, oh, you're getting deep, So I tried to find one of those things. And there was this old gal on there that took me through a walk in the woods or something. I don't know what she was doing. So she says she had a pretty little voice, and she's like, okay, we're going to lay down in the meadow, and you're going to feel the sun just slap you in the face. The butterflies are just slapping all over. And y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. She started that stuff, and hell, it was 3 hours later, and I zapped up like this, and it was like I had zoned out, baby. I mean, zoned out. I had never in my life had something happen. I said, where did we go, and where did she take me? Y'all, physically she was not with me, but I don't know what she would have done to me. I mean, somebody could have done something to me, because I was like, I looked at my clock and I go, wait a minute. You mean I was in a meditative whatever thing with my headphones on the bed for 3 hours, and it was like 5 minutes, y'all. So I bet she said, okay, you fat blob of glob, on the count of 3, you're going to wake up. And buddy, I came to life, and I was like, and here's what I remember. So here's what happened. Nick Saban and I planted a tree outside of Bryant-Denny Stadium. That's what we did. Bryant-Denny and I, Nick Saban and I. So we're sitting there, and Miss Terry's there, and she's like, y'all got to put the tree here. She was showing where me and Nick needed to plant the tree. So we were planting the tree. And I remember looking at Nick, and it was kind of funny, right? So Coach Saban had on gray sweatpants, and his butt was dirty. And I was like, it's dirt, what's that, And then boom, I came to life, and I was like, what in the hell was that all about? So I don't know if I'm going to do that again. Have y'all ever done that? One of those podcasts, and they take you wherever they take me.
I don't trust them.
I don't know what happened to me, Ken. I mean, if you'd been in the room with me, this old gal, ain't no telling what she could have done to me. But I mean, I went into some deep something. And it was like I was gone for 5 minutes, and I woke up after 3 hours. And the thing was still playing. I mean, I still had that little music in the background, but she wouldn't say anything. So I don't know what she did to me. I have no idea. I was violated in the middle of the night. All right, so anyway, y'all don't care about that. So let's, what are we going to do today? I ain't even seen the market, because I was at the foot doctor, and can y'all believe, y'all know how good I've been doing, right? I mean, I'm kicking it. I mean, I worked out 2 hours on Saturday, y'all. I mean, I was just a beast in there. And so guess what? I got a blister on my other foot now. So he's like, okay, you got to take the boot off your left foot and move it to your right foot. I'm like, unbelievable. And I'm like, what are we going to do? And I just got the diabetic shoes. We got the diabetic inserts. I got it all. I wrap them. I do everything that they tell me to do. And I just cannot outrun it. So I think I'm going to have to give up cardio just pretty much altogether, except like if I'm going to do something with my upper body, right? But I don't think I'm going to be able to walk or do the little bicycle or anything. All right, so let's do our little account here. Just makes me so dang mad. Makes me so, man. I don't know why we're losing money all of a sudden. What have y'all done? Have y'all messed with our strategy? What are y'all doing? Now, let's see how much money we got in this one. How much vitamin? Okay, so good. I've got my one doctor that subscribes. I don't know. I take a vitamin D supplement once a week now. And I was like, why did my other doctor that I've been going to all these years never tell me I could do one a week instead of taking them every day? So I take 500 milligrams once a day? Or no, I mean once a week. And that seems to do okay, but I gotta get something done here. 36, 7, 11, 27. 36, 7, 11, 27. 36, 7, 11.27. Praise the Lord Jesus. Hallelujah. Let's all go and do it. Where's my damn?
Well, we're moving on now. We're moving on up to the side. To a deluxe
30,000 cc's or whatever it is of vitamin D. Or wow. Yeah, I've got and y'all know my testosterone's low, right? Now, I don't know if y'all want me to tell the story about my low testosterone. I mean, I will one day. I'm not embarrassed about it. But, a lot of people don't admit. I mean, I know what y'all are saying. My gosh, Bobby is how about that? 85% of the U.S. population is vitamin D deficient. And it's cause y'all know I'm fat. I don't go outside. Right? That's not my place. I'll go and pet my pigs and stuff like that every day. But 35 and 68. So I don't get it that way. And I've been drinking drinking a little milk, and Ken's got me taking every supplement on the planet, which I need to be a little better about, to be honest with you. Sometimes I miss some of those. I don't take them like I should. All right, what are we doing? Gosh, I can't even think. 2 Adderalls is not enough today. 35 and 68. Oh, and I'm so glad my kids are back in school. 35 and 68. Oh, Lord. And that little redhead last night, she squalled and squalled. She said, I'm bored. I said, that's what you're supposed to be when you go to bed. You're supposed to, come on, you're supposed to be bored. She was bored. I'm like, come on, girl. Where's my thingy at? Let's go get what the VIX is. VIX is, let's see if my spreadsheet is working. Some of y'all's like had so much trouble over the weekend. I'm sorry. We'll get it fixed. All right, so let's hit my VIX button, see if it works. VIX is a sweet, come on, baby, give it to me. Give me with your best shot. 0. What the hell is that? Let's see. If if it's and okay. It's just giving me a problem today. I'll look it up. Ain't no bad problem for me. Let's go to our chart. We know where to get it. We know where to get it without clicking anything. Our VIX is, I said 21. Right? I would call that 21. I don't round. Not around there. Let's get 21 in there. 21. So, and then let's see what our buying power usage is. I hope y'all had a good what do you call Thanksgiving? Oh man, it was different. I'll tell you that. 12/7/23. But I have got my diet, y'all. Why didn't y'all tell me that we should track stuff? Who didn't tell me that? This is why we track our trades, we track our foods. 34.66%. And I know what y'all are thinking. Y'all are sitting there thinking, you know what, Bob? My gosh, you probably need to you probably don't need to do a trade. You're at 35%. And I would say all contrary. I would say, I got green, baby. I'm going for it. But I like to throttle high. So let's go trade closest to 60 days without going over. We'll do our regular 112 trade. Oh, I cannot wait. Dr. Jim will be with us Wednesday at 11 Eastern time. 11 Eastern time. So that's about an hour before we normally go. So Dr. Jim from Tasty Trade, Dr. Jim Schultz will be with us. And I hope Dr. Jim's going to speak to my Alabama class in the spring. Just a spring in. To my Alabama kids. I think that he'd like it. All right, so let's go here. $37.90, $38.40 is $11. Look at there. Hey. And see, I don't like selling where I bought and buying where I'm selling. So I don't like that. 37 cents. So I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more for this. That's fine. Ain't no big deal. Now, this is where some of y'all say, well, you know what you could do, Bob? You could actually do 30 wides maybe. And so it complicates it for me. Right? So this is, I'll pay a little more for this, right? So what I'll do also though, is I will bring my naked up. I will bring my naked up to take care of this debit a little closer, taking a little more premium. So let's go to 11 on that. We like to do them for 10, but we'll get that one for 11. No big deal. We are filled. We'll go over here to the 53 days again, and we'll find us a short put. Normally we do about $10. $10. So what we're going to do is go, no, look at this. 34.30. Hello. So let's see if we can get that at the mid price of $13.50. Let's do 2 of those. And cha-dunk. Now, while we're over here, geez. So Beth found a 60-inch TV at the Walmart's I can't stand when people say Walmart, not Walmart's, by the way. I just did it because her cousin does it all the time. And I'm like, it's not Walmart's, there's no S on the end of it. Anyway, Beth went to the Walmart's and found a like 60-inch TV for like $148. And one of my daughter's TV is tore up. I said, God, let's get that. Beth's like, well, Walmart, they wouldn't help me get it or put it in the car or do like that. I said, so you didn't get it? She said, yeah, I know there's 5 left. So as soon as I get finished with y'all, baby, I got to run. Go back to the Walmart and get that TV. $148. It's still there. What in the world? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta make this less advantageous. Why y'all tell me I was going the wrong way? I worry. Yep, I do. Y'all don't correct me. Y'all say, Bobby, you're going the wrong direction on your trade. No. I'm watching you. I am watching you. All right, so everybody happy, your heart content with this. Now, let's do a little risk management, shall we? Let's look at our closest expirations. First of all, we'll look at the whole thing. Now, remember, our T0 line we have figured out is not really good on the old Tastyworks platform. So y'all be careful. Here we go. So we got everything in there. Let's zoom out. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, be still, my heart. Oh, be still. Look at this, y'all. All we are doing, you and me, is having theta decay. Theta, decay yourself and come into our wiry harnesses as we pluck you from the nectar of the trees and put you in our little orchard here. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? And you go, are we scared about the market going down? Well, oh, behave, no. And then you say, well, what about these? Bobby, don't you have a lot of positions that are expiring in like 3 days or 2 days? Yes, I do. Let's see what those look like. Let's see what those look like. Because I know some of y'all are like, oh my gosh, I got to close those nakeds because they're at the end and they're going to kill me. And let's see if y'all are scared. And Bobby, we got China and we got Gorbachev and we got the Fed and we got everybody and their mama's talking and they stinking cares. All right. Stick to trading. Poetry is not in my color wheel. Thank you, Ken. All right, so really it's not. Okay, y'all, this is my what do you call this is my 2-day options. What would y'all do? What would y'all do? Well, Bobby, you better close that you put down there in your back, flybacks, whatever. Why? Well, Bobby, you better close those right. Okay, why? We think the market's going to 31.40. We're at 39.95. I like those odds. I'm gonna take it. I ain't gonna close nothing. Now, tomorrow when we look and we go, yeah, maybe a little elevated on my buying power when we come in here tomorrow because you put on a new trade. I could harvest something, but I don't. Look at that, y'all. Oh, please. Yeah. Is she go? Will Dr. Jim get to see that, or will that be on the expiration? Yeah, they'll still be there. So he'll get to see this on the 30th, right? And he'll be like, oh my gosh, Bobby, I see what you're saying. Why would you close those? I mean, that's already made profit, right? I mean, it ain't like we got to wait for the hump to develop. The hump has developed. The hump has developed. All right, everybody with me on this account. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. We all do good. Now, some of y'all are like, oh, Bobby, I got the spreadsheet. I'm ready to go, man. And y'all are just overanalyzing. When do you put on your first trade? You do it today. Bobby, I got a $5,000 account. Okay, when do you put on your first trade? If you hadn't done one, you do it today. Yeah. Now, if you got a $5,000 account, when do you do the next one? Well, let's wait a week. Okay, let's let you get your little feet wet. Let's let you get your feet wet till you get your campaign going. But y'all ought to be printing money with this stuff. If you're not, we're doing something wrong. We're doing something wrong. All right, so let's go to the second account and see how it's doing. Printing money. All right, so let's go see how this one's doing. Y'all want to look at the big green monster while we're here? Let's see what it looks like. About time to draw another. Y'all had noticed I've deliberately not been looking at charts much. Deliberately. Bobby, this caught us off guard. No, it didn't. Look at there. We know where we're going, right? There's a good chance, and we know we're going to fill these little things. You know what's happening. Y'all know the game. So when you woke up here this morning and go, I wonder what the market's going to do today. And y'all saw this That shouldn't surprise nobody because you know where the magnet is. You know where it's going. And ain't nobody got to tell y'all nothing. I know how this game works over and over and over and over again. All right, so let's go back and see how we're doing on this little bitty count. Look at all those T-bills that Ed's got us in. I got 7 of them in this count now. Oh, step my heart. Net lick here. 27, 439, 94. 27, 39, 94. I don't know what kind of tree it was that Nick Saban and I planted, but we planted it all right. Oh yeah. 27, 430, what was it? 430, 439.94, something like that. Y'all know what that means. Praise the Lord. Let's do it.
Well, we're moving on now to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Now remember, in your margin accounts, don't look at this buying power. We want to look at this buying power for your 111 straight. Don't look at these. Okay, these things are marginable in a margin account, and they're going to give us buying power relief here, so that we're not going to use. So we are using the 11,079. So let's put that in 11,079. Kind of go backwards. How about that? Buying power is 11,079. 11,079. Oh, 40%. Bobby, you should only be at 25%. We got to fix that to 21. Don't know why my formula didn't work today. So, I'm 5% over. Yee. All right, let's go get our deltas and thetas. Delta is 15 and 35. 15 and 35. I just love these. Y'all love this? I mean, this all makes y'all so happy when y'all come in here. Y'all go, oh my gosh, this is just the greatest little fun. All right, so 15 and 35. So we're 0.13 and we're 40%, baby. We're kind of medium throttle over here and we're 40% over here. What would you do? Well, let's go look. So I do not need to put on a trade today. Why? Well, I'm using too much buying power. Are you comfortable with the buying power? I really am. I really am. But if you're not, what could you do? If you're not, here's what you could do. Right? You could go over here and say, I wonder if I got any naked puts expiring in 2 days. I do not. So 2 is our closest expiration. So I would not close anything in the 18 today. There's no reason to do that, right? So what we would do is say, well, let's look at our put debit spreads that are 2 days out. I see it. Here we go. Here's our put debit spreads that are 2 days out. Look at this, y'all. Look at the nakeds that are at 99.81% profitable. The mark is 10 cents. I might get out 10, 15 cents. So if you wanted to reduce some buying power, take a profit. Pay to close that one. How much, well, a lot of times we'll go, I don't want to pay the commission. I don't want to pay the commission. I don't want to pay the commission. Okay, you got to ask yourself, am I comfortable with the risk, right? Because if I close that at 10, how much is that going to cost me? It's going to cost me $1.47 in fees, 50 cents to close it. Do you need to close it? Probably not. Let's look and see what the Analyze tab says. So here's our Analyze tab. Let's look and see everything in the, what I'm going to do. Show hide simulations. Oh, it's been a while, y'all. Single symbol. All groups. So all groups, yeah. So then we'll go, why don't we just show, where is my, oh, yes. Hold on. There we go. All 4 series, right? I kind of like to see what's in my first series, and that's this one, right? The November here, the 20, whatever it is. This is the, would y'all close anything here? Y'all scared of anything? Look at that. I'm gonna go back to that. Look at that, where it looked like that. Look at that. Look at the wall, baby. That's what you call a wall. So, there's nothing to do here, really. It's because if the market goes down 20%, I'm gonna be up $1,661. Why is I don't need to close anything? Yeah, but Bobby, you can make that stronger. I got it. So there's kind of Ed wants to take those off and let's look at the buying power effect. Okay, let's do that. So these entire things are having no buying power at all, right? Let's make sure we're on the right day. 11/28. Yep. So let's see our let's see what Ed is saying. And, Ed's had family at the house. He's still, getting over his trip to Don Kaufman's Island. So, so here's these trades right here, right? So we want to take off the longs just to see the shorts. So there's a long, take him off. There's a short, there's a long, there's a
Bobby,
long.
while you're doing that, I have to mention to you that a few people have messaged me and asked about my experiences with Don Kaufman and teaching and everything else. So,
Yeah, how'd that go?
well, I had to inform each and every one of them that you were clowning around. So,
Oh, did y'all think I was serious?
yeah,
They did not think I was serious. For real. No, I was just joshing y'all. I'm gonna have to put
you
a
just don't know the
flashing
power
sign
of
from-
you don't know the power of the sweet Bobby Gab.
Yeah, everybody was like, man, Ed's teaching for Don Kaufman in his basketball court in his house down at Bora Bora. Where
I was
Bora Bora
worried. I was worried about getting hate mail, but that didn't happen.
Now, look, y'all, Ed brings up a really good point here, and it's a great thing to look at, right? The shorts that are in that 2-day expiration are taking up $2,234 of buying power per house. Who knows if that's, after I took them off, I'd have to close them off, see if that was indeed right. But it says if they were by themselves, they're taking up $2,234. Now, everything that I have here is defined risk down here. So, it was showing that the entire positions are only taking up, what, $32 worth of buying power. So theoretically, maybe y'all know more than me, if I were to close those shorts, I would get some buying power relief. I don't think there's any doubt in our mind that I'd get some buying power relief. So do I want buying power relief, or is Sweet Bobby satisfied? I am satisfied, baby. But do you see how our metrics kind of keep us in check? I don't put on knee risk. I don't put on knee risk today. Now, what Ed would do is he would close probably all of those shorts that are these are not nakeds. They're in a put debit spread. He probably close those, take you 99% profit, leave you on 2 days with a great downside hedge, and go out and put knee risk out at about 60 days. That's fine too. There's nothing wrong with it. So some of us are going to do this different. You're going to run it a little different. You got it. Here's the major question: am I comfortable with the risk? And I am. Yeah, 40% buying power. I'm fine. Okay. I'm going to use my $2.37 of theta that I still got on those several whatever. Well, I'm good. Just good. Oh, it's a great place to be. All right, so let's go to the last account. And let's see if we can play the Jeffersons for a third time before the market craps out and tanks, does whatever it does. This one. Go here. And let's see. Come on, baby. Be up a little, at least a dime, at least a quarter. 105,509. 105,509. That sounds good to me. I think we're gonna play the Jeffersons. 105,509, baby. Yes.
Well, we're moving on now to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Ain't it pretty? And it makes me mad, right? We've made $3,800 in the account altogether, but we should have made a lot more. Had we? I'm not going to apologize. Y'all say I shouldn't apologize all the time. We know the problem. You and I have made realized returns of $8,400. Well, Bobby, why did you count on? I ain't gonna get. Why are you only up 30? Y'all know why. Y'all know why. I ain't gonna talk about it no more. All right, so here we go to the Greeks and ratios. See here. Oh, and we're gonna have a really good Muscadine Mafia session. I think it's gonna be with the Hello Ladies this week. I don't think we did Hello Ladies last week, but here's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about putting the put debit spreads in a different expiration than the naked puts. Okay. And I got a great email from someone that said, Bobby, I think you need to really look at this. And they gave their opinion and why they think it was superior. So what you and I are going to do, Beth, is that you? Just make sure ain't nobody breaking in on me. What you and I are going to do is we're going to evaluate. So we're going to look at it and we're going to see if it is better. So that's going to be a great session. You don't want to miss it. Now, when is it going to be? I don't know yet. I'll just be right dang honest with you. I'm starting a new 6-week mentorship today. My Alabama classes start January 11th, and I got to get the syllabus ready for that. So it's just been really, really, really busy. And then I got basketball practice, and I got to go get that TV that Beth, the Walmart people wouldn't help her put in the minivan. All right. What was I doing there? Oh, we got to look at our grease now. So we got our little, we made our money for the day. Theta burns. That's what we're getting. So 54 and $110. How much money would we make? 54 and $110. How much money we make? You think we'd make theta, right? We made $72. Wow. Okay. Theta is not linear. Weight loss is not linear. My weight is a little up this week, and I've been doing good on my calories. So it's not linear. It's going to go down. It's just a matter of time. So 54 and 110. 54 and 110. Oh my gosh, I'm at the very bottom of this. Look, y'all, I barely made it. We know that the VIX is 21. And the, what do you call? 41, 805. 805. Okay. So, here's where you got, competing things, right? We're at 40% on our buying power usage, should be at 35, and we're at the very low spectrum of our theta. So what does that tell me? Well, Bob, that tells me that my deltas are good. So that's a green. I got a green here. Yeah, I got a red here. I'm fine. I'm fine. And probably even more so than the other count, I'm definitely not closing any of the shorts at 2 days to expiration here. Everybody understands why, right? I got to keep gas in the tank. If I start pulling off positive theta positions, my theta is going to suffer, and I'm going to go below the green line. I'll be in the blue, and we don't want to be blue. We don't want to be blue. So what am I going to do in this count? I ain't going to do that blame thing. But I ain't got to. Ain't that pretty? Let's look at the analyze tab on this one as well. Now, y'all, you ain't got to do the analyze tab. This is why we developed this program, right? So we developed the metrics so you don't got to look at all this stuff. But it's fun, right? You're nerds like I am. So let's look at it. And I love this. Someone emailed me and said, Bobby, when you were showing this, oh my gosh, I was flipping out, baby. I got it. Hey, I know. You ain't telling me nothing that I don't know. I got you. So we know what to do though if that happens, right? We know what to do. So no one's scared. No one's scared of going down, your buying power being 235,000 on a 100,000 account. All right, so let's look at what's going to happen within the next 2 to 3 days, right? 2 to 3 days. So today, here's where we are. And we are at $627. Look at this, y'all. By the first, you and I should go from $627 of profit to $975. How is that possible? It's called theta. And theta will decay. And this will go up and up and up and up and up. It's just a beautiful thing. The decay of theta is oh so sweet, right? And you go, Bobby, look down here though, man. You got a lot of risk if you go down, blah, 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 blah. Hey. We manage the risk by our metrics. We know what to do if the market falls. We know what to do if it tanks. We will roll positions to give us time. We can, who was it, Mark brought up the other day, we can buy the 1 penny puts, which that's something I would have done. I don't think I would have ever said 1 penny puts, but what he's saying is buy something cheap just to define the risk, give you time to think. Yeah, there's all kind of things that we would do in the event of calamity. But listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot live your life expecting calamity to befall you. Let me say that again. You cannot live your life expecting calamity to befall you. That's not how you go through life. When you go out in your car, you cannot have the opinion that, oh, I'm probably going to die in a car wreck today. A lot of people do, right? There's a lot of dangerous things, but you can't go out in your life and just live that way. You got to go, hey, man, we're going here, we're going there. Oh, we anticipate getting there. It's going to be a great time. That's how you live your life. So what is happening with some of y'all is y'all too scared to pull the trigger. Y'all are scared to death of success. Let me say that again. You are scared of your own success. And the reason you're scared of your own success is because you have not experienced success in the trading arena. There's a lot of you that have not experienced success in the trading arena, and therefore it scares you. So what we have to do is eliminate the fear, the greed, and the envy. If you can eliminate those three emotions and then come to the conclusion that, hey, if calamity befalls and whatever we're going to roll out in time, right? Might we suffer paper losses? Oh, yes, indeed. There's no doubt. But y'all, this is America, and America goes up. We're the S&P 500. We are the United States of the corporation, by the corporation, for the corporation, and of the corporation. And over time, the corporation is going to do just dang fine. That's why you and I don't go in and say, well, I think Tesla's going to be the corporation, or I think Apple's the corporation, or I think DraftKings is the corporation, because it really doesn't matter. Because in the S&P 500, if one goes out, another takes its place. Why? Because this is the greatest country on earth, and we are capitalists, baby. And there's always somebody else coming up to take the risk to make things better for our lives. Think about before we had Amazon. Can you imagine? I want to get me a fitness watch, right? And it's Cyber Monday. So I've been looking at there all day, and I'm probably going to order it from Amazon. FedEx is probably going to deliver it, unless it goes to that damn place next to Six Flags in Atlanta, where I went up there last minute. I remember when I said, I got to go. I got to drive up there. Remember, I was going to give them a mindful. I didn't give them a mindful because I didn't get to see anybody because they had me locked out. You know, when they were hiding all of our packages and stuff, and Flour, is it Flour? I don't know where it is, but FedEx has got problems. Puts on FedEx. Amazon is now not allowing me to play the song that I want to play unless I pay them 20. How much do you say it went up to, Beth? $10.99 a month to play my song when I'm already a Prime customer. Bobby, we're playing stuff like that in the Muscadine Mafia. Okay, I got it. Okay. So, you know, the corporation's going to be fine. Y'all. Don't fear. And then finally, you got to say this. Matt says, yeah, but DraftKings be right there with SP 500. Yeah, you're right. Bill, what you need me to tell your wife? You get her on the horn. Let me tell you something. Let's set up a teleconference with your wife. We'll do that. That's what I want to do, right? All of y'all's spouses, we should get them in here. That'd be great. Just one day, and let's just have a good old come to Jesus meeting. Hey, we got John raising their hand. I'm not used to anyone raising their hand but Evan. Hey, John. John, hit your little space bar or hold it down or unmute yourself. That'll instantly unmute you as long as you hold it down. Yeah, Matt took me down in DraftKings. I ain't no telling how much money me and Matt lost in DraftKings. We just knew it was the thing. And I still believe that all of us together can, I think we could make a over-under calculator that would be probably very profitable. I would say 60% of the time. We take the number one things that, oh, John, you didn't mean to raise your hand? Okay. Bill needs me to explain the calamity thing. Right, yeah, you can't go out expecting calamity to happen. I remember Patricia Wingo, the greatest history teacher in the planet, who came she was a Southern Belle, and she would tell us history at Jacksonville State University, ladies and gentlemen. And she would come in with no notes. She would come in with nothing, no books, no anything. And she told us history like it was a story. And I sit there and I go, my God, this is the best thing I ever heard in my life. And I think it was Eugene V. Debs that got to somebody and said, I will stick to you like the bark of a tree, and calamity will befall you. And it wasn't 2 weeks, that person got chicken pox or something, started breaking out. And they thought that old Eugene V. Debs have some secret powers. They was going to burn him at the stake. Anyway, someone like that. I mean, she would tell stories like that about Teddy Roosevelt and his kids and how they had to put bars on the windows of the White House because his kids were so out of control. And I'm like, hell, I can, yeah, at the time I was like, unruly kids. I can't stand kids. And then I got them living here, y'all. If y'all can see my front yard right now. I mean, it looks like Sanford and Son with all the garbage they got piled out in my yard. I got 2 mattresses in my front yard. Yep. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's out there. And remember that meth head that was cleaned up outside? He was supposed to take them off for me. That's why they're out there. Did he ever come back? You know, if you're going to be a meth head, that's fine. Do your meth, smoke your pipe, do whatever you're going to do. But if you tell me that you're going to, after I paid him, what was it, Beth? Did I pay him $300? You know, I paid him a lot of money. And then he said, I'll come back and get the mattress. She said, yeah, right. No paid. Unbelievable.
He probably would have done it, Bobby, but he forgot.
He probably would have. But I sent him a message on Facebook. But then Beth's like, I don't like meth heads being over here. And I'm like, well, a lot of times they'll work cheap, man. You just can't prepay them. I mean, the work's got to be done before, you know, they buy the meth and then whatever.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Trading question. So you mentioned this put debit spread, the 30 wide. Some people are doing the 30.
Yeah.
There, and I was having a little discussion with someone earlier. You know, they randomly do 30 to 50. And I know the wider the put debit spread, the more overall hedge we build up, the hedge wall. And so I have no way of really estimating other than building out a bunch of positions with 30 wides versus 50 wides. You know, we save up, you know, a little bit of money every time we chop a point off the width. So there's a definite gimme gotcha. I just don't know exactly how to figure that out. Is that worth figuring out? I mean, this is one of these where I'm going to keep it simple and just do a 50 wide, but for those that are doing 40 and 30.
Well, since we're going to go in and do a little bit of investigation this week during the Muscadine Mafia session, remember, let's just do it then too, right? Let's look at those.
All right, cool.
So we'll spend a lot of time in the Muscadine. That's where we can let our hair down a little bit, right? We can go in there and we'll model that thing out and we'll see, you know, because I know some of y'all are doing these things in a calendarized, diagonalized fashion where you're putting the put debit spreads in a different expiration than the nakeds, and that's fine too. But and I just kind of said, I don't know, man. That's just too, yeah. So we'll look at it. I need to be a little more sensitive to these. Who cares? Here's the thing. The thing's working remarkably well. So let's just let it work, right? Let's just let this thing work. Let's let it do its thing. But I got no problem of looking at a 30 or 100 or compared to a 50. I think that's great. Oh, y'all, let's look at this. Let's see what this thing's doing. Let's look at our hedge. So our hedge, we sold that forward. Did I put trade price on here? I need trade price on here. Here, we'll go get it. 53 to 3,400. Let's do this. So remember doing the switch. Okay, Matt says, I think Tom King's doing 40 wide right now in the bear market. Yeah, 40, 50, whatever you want. Yeah. I don't think it's that important that we get into that minutia, but that's what our Muscadine Mafia session is for. Because when we bring those little, hey, let's check it out. Hey, let's do a deep dive then. I think those are great to do that. So let's look at this 3,400 put for our Sweet Bobby hedge. Where was it at? 53 days. I done forgot the darn put number. 53 days. 3,400. Let's go look at it. And I'll show you how to use the calculator. Right? So here it is. And we sold that put for 15.50. Okay, so let's go try that. Let's see what it does in our calculator. So we see if our calculator works. Okay, so let's change this to ES. I mean, Microsoft. Okay, here we go. What did I say it was? 15.50 was the price of my puts. 15.50. Okay. And so price of the loans, we don't know. And so if we were to harvest this at 94%, we would take that off at 93 cents, right? So what do we need to buy our loans for 50 points below? Let's look at that. Now this is where Ken whooped out the other day. What do you want me to do? You want me to do data analysis, Ken, or do you want me to do solver? I did one and you wanted me to do the other. That was it.
It's a goal seek. It's just a solver that's cut
Go
down.
seek.
It's
Here it is.
just,
Go seek. Here it is. Go seek, right? Okay, yeah, so it's a little simpler, is what he's saying. So everybody see how to do that? Let's do that again. So make sure you're on the data tab, right? So you do what if analysis. Goal seek, right? So set value L2 to a value of 0. We want to know what's going to make this thing break open by changing what? Well, you want to change whatever you're going to buy your loans for. And so by changing F2. Everybody got that? So set cell L2 to 0 by changing F2. And that'll tell you what you need to buy your loans for, including your commissions. What the crap? Goal seeking Michelle. Oh, it took it a while. Here we go. So you need to buy those loans 50 points below at 670. Let's see what they're going for now. Wouldn't that be cool? So let's see what they're going for now. So I need to buy the 3350 for 670. They're not there yet. They're at 11. No, that's fine. We made $15 on the position. So I'll just keep watching that. Keep watching that in order to put on our Sweet Bobby heads. And I'm not going to roll out a ton of these now. VIX is still elevated, but it's kind of cool to go through the process and just to see it work, right? Now, another thing you could do is you say, oh my gosh, I'm using so much buying power with this stupid thing. Well, you could take it off too, right? Or you could go ahead and buy your thing here for $11 or $11.50 or $11.75, whatever. No, not $11.50, $11.75. Yeah, $10.50, $10.70 to reduce your buying power. All different kind of things you could do if you wanted to hedge on today, but I don't need it on today. Why would I buy it for $11? I'm waiting to get this thing on for about $6.50. Let's make some money on it. Come hell or high water, as my friend T. Graham Brown would say. All right. All right. Awesome session, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.